How to create a whole month of content for your coaching business in the space of just a few hours. This is not just a game changer because it saves you so much time and energy and headache in terms of creating great content for your coaching business, but this is also content that gets coaching client. If you're new here, hit subscribe, hit like, and if you're a really good person, drop a comment below. It all helps with the YouTube algorithm. And finally, if you were here for the last video and you're wondering why it still looks exactly the same in the background and it's the middle of the night, it's because the wee man's still asleep. We're looking at 1 month of content created and scheduled in just one day, okay? So I'm going to give you the exact system here for you to be able to create this content, make it convert like crazy, and also create it for the entire month, right? So we're going to go through it step by step, exactly how I would do it with any client that I was working with. The first thing you need to do is you need to get clear on your 7-day structure. You need to know that Monday has a topic type, Tuesday has a topic type, Wednesday has a topic type, and so on and so forth. I'm even going to give you what these can be, so they are great topics that work really well for each day of the week and are also in line to work together to get people to become coaching clients on the other side, right? So we're ticking many boxes across the 7-day period to encourage people to actually become coaching clients, okay? So let's look at Monday, Sunday, okay? So we've got 7 days of the week if you weren't aware. We just need a topic title for each. We've got loads of topic types that we talk about. We talk about it in plug and play marketing, of course. Inside the full private coaching, we go through, I'd be guessing right now, I think it's somewhere in the region of like 10 to 13 topic types that we talk about, but I'm going to give you a few here that work really well. So I'm going to suggest that on a Monday you kick off with proof. Proof is the most important type of content that you can share as a coach. You can create incredible educational content 365 days of the year. You can have your social media growing. You can have people really highly engaged. People can say this is really helpful. You could have loads of people hit and save on your posts and exactly 0 people reaching out to you, okay? And then you can share one great proof-based post, even to a small audience, that shows a transformation, body transformation, mindset transformation, business transformation, whatever type of coach you are. And this can absolutely fill your inbox full of people who are interested in working with you, okay? So proof is really important. The reason being is Monday is a really important day of the week because people get up and say Monday is when things are going to start. So they get up on Monday and they say things are going to change, especially if they are in a negative pattern at the weekends. Monday is when they say something has to change, and it's perfect timing for you to showcase what that transformation looks like. I also typically suggest that proof is twice per week if you're sharing 1 post a day, and it's even more frequent than that if you're sharing 2 posts per day on the platforms that you work with. So if we're going to do that, we don't want it to be like Mondays and Tuesdays are proof and have people see 2 different proof-based posts 2 days in a row. So I would usually say split it up by doing Monday and Thursday. Second reason why proof is good on a Thursday is because you want any people that are going to DM you here to be able to get on calls with you on Friday before the weekend hits. If you share this on Friday, have conversations, you'll struggle to get them on the phone at the weekend anyway. Even if they say, yeah, Monday will work really well, they can completely lose the buzz over the weekend, especially if that person's in that negative pattern that we're talking about and they might not show up on the Monday or indeed cancel, okay, or change their mind or even forget the priority was really high when they reached out to you. And imagine it like a fire. Every single minute, every single hour until they get on that call, the fire is burning down. So you want to make sure that the fire is as lit as humanly possible. You do that by reacting to leads as quickly as possible and getting on calls as soon as possible as well. So Thursday's another good day for him. The next one is, of course, educational, right? I say of course because education content or how-to content and things of that nature is the most common content type that any coach is actually creating. I'm going to show you here that it doesn't have to be actually even a huge part of what you share on a day-to-day basis with your content, but it definitely needs to be in there. And I typically say that education needs to be inside your content twice as well. So I would say education Tuesday and Friday to split it up nicely, and that is your 5 ways to do this, how to do this, my number 1 hack for this. That's silo content. And so on Wednesday, we've taken them through proof. We've raised authority status with education and connected with people. So Wednesday I usually say is objection handling or pain point. So we're either discussing a pain point of theirs or we're tackling an objection of theirs head on. If you want to take this to a whole new level, think about the specific pain points and objections that your target demographic are having in the very month that you're writing for. So don't just look at it as an objection is money. Well, look at it more like objection is money because we're 5 days out from Christmas. And, you know, if you can tackle it head on with that and you can take that into your content, then it is going to hit harder. Same with the pain points as well. When you're talking about the pain points, most coaches think like, oh, the top 3 pain points of my clients are X, Y, and Z. But it can change. Like, the pain points can change during the year. Further to that, even if you were to say, well, they can't for me, and I do have 3 pain points that my clients have 12 months of the year. Well, those pain points have almost like a different context at different times of the year, whether it's Christmas or whether it's summertime or whether it's the new year that they're going into, they have a different feeling. So tackle those head on. Saturday, I usually say this is perfect time for lifestyle posts. So lifestyle posts are when we're sharing just what we're up to. It can be so unbelievably easy. You don't even need a template for it. You can literally just say, what am I doing on Saturday? You think your life's boring. Everybody thinks their lives are boring, and they're not. Okay, we connect with people. Do you not watch reality TV? I love it. Me and my wife have absolutely binged 90 Day Fiancé, especially if you're in the UK. You might not be aware of it, but go and check it out. It'll change your life forever if you like reality TV, okay? Lifestyle content is absolutely incredible, and it does 2 things, right? And some coaches think they know what that is, and they think, oh, it helps you connect with people. 100% true. That's one of those 2 things. The second thing is it increases the engagement, okay? And when you increase the engagement, it reaches more people. There's more people who stop scrolling, who hit the see more button to read the whole post, who like, who comment, who, DM you or whatever it may be. But a lot of people who didn't previously see your posts see this one, okay? First step. Second step, if that person stops scrolling and reads the caption or hits the see more button or takes any type of engagement action, they're more likely to start seeing your stories, and they're more likely to start seeing all your other posts. And so if we want to increase the reach and engagement on all of these posts right here, we want to have a lifestyle post inside our content every single week. From there, Sunday, you've got some options with Sunday. You can keep it flexible. You could do another educational style post. You could share another proof-based post, probably not. Objection handling or pain point, if you went for one, you could go for the other. Lifestyle, you could definitely do as well, but I'm going to throw in another couple that I like in the mix here. So I like emotional story based. So I like to actually tell stories on a Sunday, and you'll see that inside my content quite often, where I'll tell stories based upon like things that have happened this week, or things that happened, even in my first business, like 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago, and how I overcame those things and what the lessons were that I learned from them. I'll share some of those things, and sometimes they don't just have the highest engagement of anything I ever post, they also flood the DMs like nothing else. These can be so unbelievably powerful for creating connection, because we as coaches will very often just be like, remarkable, remarkable, remarkable. We'll have that sort of element of, we have everything figured out, and it doesn't always come across really that good. And the reason why it doesn't come across really that good, a lot of people can be very impressed and go, this person's brilliant, I want to learn from them, I want to do what they're saying, and things of that nature. But until they see that you've been in the position they've been in, they're going to really struggle to connect with you. The lifestyle post can help a bit with it, but the emotional story-based post can put you back where they were or even further behind. And you might say, I know how to coach the thing that I do. I didn't go through that transformation. Well, show that you've had worse starting positions in life. Show that you've had to go through turmoil and headache and heartache, and you've overcame those things and come out a stronger person on the other side, okay? Really, really powerful. So emotional story-based content can be a great one to use on a Sunday. If you want to know, or you want me to do a video on some other styles of content, drop down below and just literally say about that part and just say, yeah, please create a video on other styles of content or show examples of these pieces of content, and I'll do some deep dives on those as well. This is the first part here. Second part, if you can, and I'm not saying that you have to sign up to anything that we've got here, but inside the private coaching, inside Ads and Funnels Mastermind, inside plug and play marketing, which is so unbelievably affordable as well, we create 25 of these every single month, right? So we have like 4 proof-based posts, or 5 or 6 education posts. We have objection handling and pain point posts. Lifestyle posts we don't, and emotional story-based, but like you can probably understand from me going through them, they're kind of quicker and easier, and they're kind of yours, harder to template, that type of thing. These templates, by the way, can be way quicker to just simply copy and paste, fill in the blanks. And by the way, we've had some of the most successful coaches in their own industries come into the private coaching and indeed systems of skill for 6, multi-6 and 7-figure coaches, and be like, well, I'm not going to use the templates because, I've been on social media for like 6 years, and I've been doing this and I've been doing that, and I'm successful and everything. I always say to them, just use a couple of them. Just use a couple each week and just see what happens after, 2 or 3 weeks. Has anything changed? And honestly, the templates, they're not just proof-based posts and education and new every single month. We tailor them to the very month of the year that we're in. So they don't just save time and headache and everything. They're really powerful for connecting with people and getting people to fire into the DMs, book calls, become coaching clients. However, the sheer fact that you now know that you need to come up with a proof-based piece of content is powerful. The sheer fact that you can sit down and say Tuesday is education, Wednesday is objection handling, Thursday's proof, education, lifestyle, emotional, story-based means that you now have a template here, right? So you can call this content master doc. Master doc. Yeah. And what you can do every single week is you can just go file, make a copy, right? And you start with this. And then all you need to do is you no longer sit down at your laptop and say, I need to come up with 7 posts for next week. Instead, you sit down and you say, I need to come up with a proof-based post, and I need to come up with an education post, and I need to come up with an objection handling post. Okay? And so you can sit down and you can get in a good deal of flow state, and you can create all of these in one go. Now, even outside of our templates, the couple of times I've ever shared this live, usually on Q&As when people ask me the question, I go, I'm just going to share my screen and literally just blow your mind here with something that is so simple but will completely change the game for you. On the other side, this alone, I've had people messaging me being like, it was the hardest thing in my business. I hated creating content. Now it is so quick. It's an hour or 2 hours a week to create all of my content. But I'm going to take things to the next level for you here as well. You don't want to create your Monday to Sunday. What you want to create is 4 weeks of content, and you want to create 4 Mondays, then 4 Tuesdays, then 4 Wednesdays, then 4 Thursdays, then 4 Fridays, and so on and so forth. And the reason being is, and this is a really key part, so really listen to this part because this is found very much in evidence, is that it's quite hard, even when you have this structure. I mean, way easier than sitting down and going, what am I going to write 7 posts about? This structure changes the game. But it's quite hard to find flow state in writing a proof-based post and then going and creating an educational post and then going and creating an objection handling post and so on and so forth. However, do you know what is pretty easy? Is getting in flow state when you're writing out one proof-based post and then you write another one and then another one and then another one. And here's the cool thing here as well. You've got Mondays and Thursdays are proof-based posts. So now you need 8 client stories. That's your Monday and Thursday for the next 4 weeks. That's your month. For Mondays and Thursdays, done. And you can create flow state just by, honestly, you write the first one out. If you know what is, especially what they're going to be, and if you're like, I don't have eight clients that I can think of right now off the top of my head, or I don't have 8 videos. It doesn't have to be video. It can be messages they've sent you. It can be things they post inside the group. It could be screenshot messages. It could be testimonial video clips. It could be those as well. All you need to do is just go out there and get it. And if you aren't getting it from your clients right now, then you simply need to start asking for it or creating opportunities for them to share it with you. Do a weekly check-in form or ask them inside the group to share the wins of the week or whatever that may be. And it's going to get a lot more people to share those wins with you. And then you're going to have an abundance of proof that you can actually share. So 8 client stories, or just to keep this simple, 8 pieces of proof. It also means that you need 8 educational posts. And now you've got all your Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays done for the entire month. See how the flow state can just start to flow as you've done that first educational one? It'll be so much easier. Honestly, as you're writing the first one, you'll start to think about what the next one should be if you don't already have it mapped out. Then you've got objection handling or pain points. So you only need 4 of these. So you could do 4 pain point posts and talk about pain points, or you could do objection handling, or you could do 2 and 2. And then from there, you need Saturdays or lifestyle. So you're just going to keep this fluid anyway. You don't even need to do it. You can just literally do it on Saturday with what you're up to. Okay. Sunday, emotional story-based posts. So you're going to come up with 4 of those. Now I'm going to give you one extra tip here that just off the cuff I've just thought of that will change the game for you as well. If you want some inspiration for this, and by the way, I don't just mean inspiration in the sense of it's going to make things easier for you and it's going to help you come up with ideas. I mean also knowing exactly what's going to absolutely kill. You want to go to your Instagram page, you want to go to your insights, and you want to go into your content insights. Then go into your posts and change it from 1 week to 2 years. Change it from reach to reach or comments or some other metrics like post saves that you want to see. It's going to show you the best performing posts of the last 2 years that you shared. Use that as inspiration for what your proof-based posts should be, and what your educational posts should be, and what your pain point posts should be, even what your emotional story-based posts could be referring to. It completely changes the game in saving time. I use it all the time for coming up with content, podcasts. These podcasts, this right here is off the back of me sharing content, and this literally coming up using the strategy that I'm literally telling you about right now. It's amazing for saving time. And so once you've got this and this simple system right here, you can come up with a whole month all in probably the space of a few hours. If you want to completely remove this, you can just use this as a template that you can use every single week. Simple as that. If this has been valuable to you, as always, hit subscribe, hit like, drop a comment in below if you're a great human, and I'd love to connect with you if you do. And other than that, I'll see you on the next episode of The Shoney Show.